to the cappuccino restaurant, cafeteria, with very pleasant surroundings. And I also have a very pleasant guest, which her name is Sanya. Sanya, welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, Denis. It's a great pleasure being in your program because I heard the best thing about touristic promotion on Marbella you're doing on your program.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm very pleased to have you. Um, you are a very well-known journalist in Italy, so we need talented people like yourself here.
Yeah. Most of all, the most important thing I'm occupied by last 5 years is immigration.
Right. Let's talk about
issues.
immigration issue first.
Yeah, my television, web television, New Immigration, was the first one in the world, founded 5 years ago in Rome with some enthusiastic foreign correspondents from the Foreign Press Office in Rome. And in the beginning, we were all not just enthusiastic, but also working on the volunteer base and wanted to promote the idea that everybody has right to make a free circulation, right to change the country, to find a better future for the children, for the family, better work conditions.
Yeah.
But honestly speaking, after 5 years, there's no any more this enthusiasm.
No, no.
Yeah, and
But the people have to immigrate. You know, they have a right to go wherever they want to. What do you think on that?
No, I think that right is something which should be sacred, no touch at all. And by law and by the law for the human rights is supported that a right to all the people to have, especially in the Europe, those who are part of the European Union, to circulate freely. But me, myself, following this issue for 5 years, I would be for the very selective and restricted immigration politics.
Yeah, there has to be control.
Controlled, extremely controlled, and selective. First of all, to prevent the persons who wants to misuse this right to circulate,
Yeah,
to
yeah.
enter in the rich countries, to start with the criminal actions, to rob the people, to molest the people who are giving them welcome, opening the door for them. So that's the reason why it should be controlled.
Yeah, because we need the right people, not the wrong people.
Of course.
So-
I would suggest, to copy the model of Dubai, because Dubai model is something which has been applied for the years, functioning perfect. I was recently there.
Yeah.
There is 800,000 local people living with 3 million immigrants, 3 million foreigners who are living and working there, and they are perfectly adjusted, integrated in the society. There is no organized crime. There is no any kind of demonstrations or any kind of disturbances for the local
Wow,
population.
that's a good example.
No, but you know why? Because to enter into Dubai, you have to do so many things. To have the social and security, health security, guarantee for the work, guarantee for the residents. Then they are letting you enter. So everything should be organized around some foreigner who wants to enter into the country. Also, if you're going as a tourist, you have to have the guarantee of the hotel, paid in advance, the paid return ticket. So there is no way at all. There's a small possibility that you enter as an illegal immigrant, but in the case they discover you, you are immediately out without any possibility to return again, even as a tourist.
Yeah, because what they used to do here, when I first came here 20 odd years, that we all had to pay 2,500 pesetas at the time. Yeah, around about that. So you had to have a certain amount which guaranteed that we got the right people. But now I don't think there's that control.
No, that's the control is missing, unfortunately. But I think if you apply, as I told you, the right model, then also the control is appearing again.
Yeah. Let's move on and let's talk about the political situation.
Oh, you're all the time. I didn't expect in such a lovely place with the pleasure for the
Yes,
touristic
unfortunately,
promotion to ask me
you have
such a.
to give your
I was
opinion.
thinking, yeah, I was thinking that we are talking about some other subjects. Honestly speaking, about the political situations in the world. As far
Yeah.
as you see, it's quite complicated. Everywhere in the world. Probably the reason for that is this hard economical crisis, which is present everywhere. Nobody immune on it, and the devastating effects of the crisis. On the other hand, you don't have the right. It's very hard to find the right leaders this time.
Very difficult. Very
Yeah,
difficult.
the moral leaders.
Yeah. Yeah.
The last one I remember was the Pope, John Paul II.
Ah, yeah. Marvelous man.
No, really, he was the one who was
Very kind.
kind, the communicator,
Yes.
the
Very human.
very human person who really was some guarantee for the ethical appliances in the society. But if you ask me, yeah, you're going to be probably surprised by my answer about the political and politicians. There's one politician I would say that I could respect. It's Vladimir Putin.
Right. I know
Uh,
he's doing a lot of things.
Not just a lot of things. I think when you think about him and his policy, you never ask yourself who is behind him, because there's nobody behind him. Whatever is he doing, he's decision maker, and even if he makes some mistake, it's his mistake.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody's human and they can make mistakes.
Yeah,
So.
but no, the things what he has done for his nation are enormous. He
Yeah.
has returned dignity to that country. He has returned power. Wherever you see the Russians when they are coming on the red carpet. Everybody likes them to have as a tourists, as a guests. You see here, everything is written in English and Russian.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, even in
There's a
Dubai,
big
I have to tell
movement
you,
with,
it's a big,
big
and
movement with
if you
Russia.
if you ask yourself what is your rating of your country abroad, the rating of your country abroad is how efficiency is your internal politics and your government.
Yeah, yeah,
But I
yeah.
think the ratio and the rating of the Russians abroad is extremely high. They are
Well,
A citizens.
the democracy has improved a hell of a lot. How would you compare Putin with Gorbachev?
It's a very good question. I see that you are following the politics as well. Gorbachev, contrary to the Putin, has
Yeah.
completely put
Contrast.
this big, powerful country on the knees. That's my opinion. Everybody is
Yeah.
saying that he's great, that he was a big politician. I don't agree. I think the big politician, the first one after falling the Berlin Wall,
The
was
Berlin Wall.
Putin.
Yeah.
Putin was
Yeah,
the
yeah.
one who really, first of all, you have now found a
Put
middle class.
Russia in the map, shall we say?
Yeah, of course. He returned the Russia in the countries which you are respecting, instead of Gorbachev, who has completely destroyed the image of that big country.
Yeah, yeah.
As you can see now, he's making some ridiculous advertising. It's not at all level of an ex-president.
No.
I don't know whether he's having some financial problems, but to be on advertising.
Maybe he's looking for commission.
So that's the reason I'm telling you. Also, my daughter Anya is adoring Putin because of the animals.
Ah, right,
He has
right.
saved
A-
sea lions.
Anya is part of our team.
Of course, Anya is a part of your team, so you know her very well. She's a big animalist.
She's filming our
Yeah.
interview, which is good.
Yeah.
Let's move on. And what do you think about the media? How
About
do you see the media?
Media today. Also, the media has been changed and has been has suffered due to this economical crisis. As far as you see, we are witnesses of dying of these paper journals, which I adore.
Yeah.
I adore these paper journals. Every morning having a coffee with croissant and reading.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, everything is going and transforming in a website
Yeah.
because it's much cheaper,
Yeah.
much more economical.
This is the problem.
That's a big
As I say,
problem
the
because
tabloids have changed. It's all
a lot.
through the internet, which is not good.
But also the journalists have been changed. If you have noticed, during these last years, you can hardly find a journalist who has the opportunity to say what they really think.
Yeah,
They are
yeah,
usually
yeah.
ordered to write that and
Yeah.
that, and you immediately know, the journal from which side it is. That's pity,
Yeah, because it's like here you have one newspaper represents Real Madrid, to give an example, and the other one represents Barcelona. I don't think that's the case. I think you have to be neutral wherever you are.
That's what I was thinking.
You know, you're in Russia, China, or wherever you are. You've got to be neutral.
No, you have to be, you have to have the newspaper where you can find everything. The conflicts, then we can make an argument,
Yeah.
we can have a polemics.
Yeah.
But you need a newspaper which is not going to be only on one side.
Exactly.
And then you have to buy the other one to find out what is on the other side.
Yeah,
so
but
only with the two newspapers you can find out the
That's
complete picture of what's happening in the world.
Yeah. Well, you're a well-known journalist, and I think we have to give the right journalism.
We have to return also the dignity
as
to the
it used to be
journalism.
before.
Of course.
You know, because you can't have controlled media. You know,
No.
that's not right, because we're in democracy, aren't we? As far as I know.
Of course, and that's that they said it's the seventh power, the media, but you have to give them the power really to be published whatever is necessary to be published, not to have the secrets, not to have any obscure or informations which are going to be top secrets, because at the end of the story all top secrets in this era of internet are discovered sooner or later.
Because the main culprits is United States with their secrets. It could be 50 years, 25 years. There's certain things that will not be discovered.
Yeah.
And they have no right, because
yes.
after 20, 25 years they have to.
You have to
give the
after 30,
information.
of course, about everything. Honestly speaking, I have to tell you that I was believing much more in the power of Obama, the man who was giving a Nobel Prize, preventive Nobel Prize. Let us tell us, like a guarantee that is not going to be war, that is not going to be anything bad. He was giving, and for me, who is following the immigration, he was really something not just new, a guarantee that there is a real democracy.
It's like a bit of a fresh air.
Not just fresh air. He was the one who was supporting that immigration issues. Now he won the elections owing to Hispanic votes. And then suddenly, these last days, he's a big disappointment.
Yeah. Well, the problem is, what I found with politicians, they come up with some very nice words, and they forget the words that they said.
Or they oblige, because of those who were supporting their elections.
Yeah, but when they've been elected, they've got very nice words to say for us, and then after a time they forget.
Yeah, there's few of them who maintained the promises they gave at the beginning. That's a sad
for one
reality.
Thing, the society, we have to help for people that are starving, in all the places, in the States, in the United Kingdom, everywhere. Let's help the people, and give us a better life.
That's right. A better society.
Better society. Talking about society, which is the ideal, to finish off, what is your ideal society?
Yeah, it's a nice question. I like it. This one, I like it really. Maybe I'm an idealist, but for me, the ideal society would be the one which will give the voice to those they don't have it, which will give the rights to those who are not voting, like small children, especially those who are orphans, who are from orphanage.
That's a good opinion.
Yeah,
very good opinion.
and to have complete protection, not just children who are not voting, also the animals, those who doesn't have so many rights and protection up to now, because everything has become so pragmatic in this world. If you're voting, if you're important as a voter, you have some protection, you have something. But in ideal society, you don't have to vote to be protected.
Yeah,
you can be a small child left by your parents or left on the street, and the society will be those who will take care about you, who will protect you from everybody. Those who are, the most innocent and the most vulnerable.
Vulnerable, yeah.
Yeah,
these are the people we have to concentrate, because at the end of the day, we're not going to live forever.
Of course.
So we depend on the youngsters that come up.
That will be the ideal society. The more persons like you, Dennis, who dedicated most of your life taking care about your mother and helping to the other people. Unfortunately, I don't know so many Dennis in the world.
Well, I can say the same about you. Unfortunately, there's a lot of false people, isn't there? And I always say nice people like yourself, me, and your daughter. Um, I think we're a rare breed, and we shouldn't have to say that. We want nice people around, and we've got to learn to love each other, right? And not hate each other.
Not just
You
that,
know, it's a good thing in the time of the hippies. When you used to say love and peace. I think we should go back to the hippies.
not just that, I
Love and
believe.
peace.
Let me tell you something, Dennis. I'm positive. I'm sure that there is some forces in the world, some
Yeah,
powers which are defending and which are supporting this kind of society. That those who are vulnerable, who needs to be protected, who needs to be taken care of. There are some power which will do that,
yeah,
and I think there will be some movements now in the world that you will see that the ideal society
yeah,
could be
yeah.
done.
I've heard several people say the same thing that uh, things could change, and I hope so. I hope so for the best because there's nothing better than this beautiful world that we have, beautiful life. So let's value it more.
That's great.
All right. Well, it's been great talking to you, and hope to speak to you again on these issues.
I hope as well to see you
Yeah.
again.
Thank you very much, Sanya, for coming to the program.
Thank you,
And
Dennis,
I'm sure we're going to be doing lots of things in the future
for sure. For the
with your
better
daughter. With your
future.
daughter
For the better future.
exactly, exactly.
Okay.
Thank you very much for
Thanks,
our
Dennis.
interview. Thank
Bye.
you. Well, that's all from Coastal Scene TV. Hope you enjoyed the interview, and hopefully see you again with another interview.